Hello and welcome to part 26 of my blanket Bonny. I hope you have fun and thanks for watching. Round 1 and black. Wrap the yarn 15 times around your finger. Grab the yarn and chain 1. Round 2, work 24 single crochet in that ring and close with a slip stitch in the first single. Round 3 and wide, work 3 doubles together, and the first stitch is a standing double, but don't finish the stitch, and work 2 more unfinished double the same stitch and work them together. Chain 2, skip a stitch and repeat 3 doubles together. Chain 2 and skip a stitch all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 4 and dark gray. Start with a standing front post single around 3 doubles together and work 2 double in this skipped stitch. 1, 1 and 2 and repeat. Front post single and 2 double in the skipped stitch. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Chain 1 and don't cut the yarn. Round 5, we work back loop only, work 2 single back loop only and work an increase, so 2 single in 1 stitch and repeat 2 single and 1 increase. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first single. Round 6 and red. Start wherever you want with a standing single back loop only and work 1 round with single back loop only and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 7 and light gray, we repeat round 3. We work 3 doubles together, 2 and 3, chain 2 and skip a stitch and repeat 1, 2, 3, chain 2, skip a stitch, repeat, and go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 8 and red. Start with a standing front post single around 3 together, 3 double crochets together, and work 2 double in the skipped stitch. 2 front post single, 2 double in the skipped stitch. Go all the way around, close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch, chain 1 and don't cut the yarn. Round 9, we work back loop only and we work increases. So 2 single and 1 increase in the next stitch. 2 single, increase in the third stitch, and go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first single. We skip round 10, round 11 and dark gray. We work back loop only. Start wherever you want. Work 2 single, and the first stitch is a standing single. Chain 2 and skip 2. So repeat 2 single, chain 2, skip 2, go all the way around, close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 12 in red. Start in the first of these 2 single in dark gray. We work back loop only and we work 2 singles, and the first stitch is a standing single. Work a double in this skipped stitch here and another double in the next skipped stitch, and we work in front of the chain 2 space. Repeat 2 single, back loop only, and 2 double. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 13 in dark gray. We start on these 2 double, back loop only. We work 2 singles, and the first stitch is a standing single. And we work a half double in this first loop and another half double in the second loop, and skip these 2 stitches and repeat 2 single, back loop only, and 2 half double in these loops. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch, the first standing stitch. Round 14 in red. Start in the last single on top of these 2 double here, and this last single is the first and this is the second or the last. Work 4 singles, back loop only, and the first stitch is a standing single. So 4 single, back loop only, and work 2 double together, 2 front post double together, 1 and 2, and work them together, and skip no stitch, so don't skip a stitch, and repeat 4 single, back loop only, 4 and 2 front post double together, 1 and 2, and go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 15 in dark gray. Start in 2 front post double crochets together with a standing single, back loop only, and work 2 front post double around the first front post half double and 2 front post double around the second front post half double. And skip these stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and repeat. Single back loop only, 2 front post double around the first front post half double and 2 front post double around the second front post half double. Skip 4 stitches and single back loop only. Go all the way around, close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch, chain 1 and don't cut the yarn. Round 16, work singles all the way around, back loop only. And close with a slip stitch in the first single. Round 17 and red. Start in the first single on top of these 4 front post double in the first single. I'll work 4 singles, back loop only, and the first stitch is a standing single. 4. Work front post double around these 2 front post double together. Skip a stitch and repeat. 4 singles, back loop only, and a front post double. Skip a stitch and repeat. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 18 and dark gray. Start with a standing front post single around a front post double. Work 2 front post double, 1 and 2, and a double in this loop, so we work an increase, and 2 front post double around the last 2 stitches, and skip these stitches and repeat. Front post single around this front post double, 1, 2, an increase in this loop, and 1 and 2 front post double, and repeat all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 19 and wide. Start wherever you want with a standing single, back loop only, and work single all the way around, and close with a slip stitch in the first standing single crochet. Round 20 and black. Start with a standing double in the first of these 4 singles in red. This is this spike, and this is the stitch, and we start in the next stitch. So start with a standing double and work 3 more, and work an increase in this stitch, and repeat. 4 doubled, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and increase, so 2 doubles in the same stitch. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 21 and wide. Start in the stitch after the increase. Here, this is the increase stitch, and this is the stitch after the increase. Work 5 single, back loop only, and the first stitch is a standing single. 3, 4, and 5. And work 2 half double in this stitch on top of these front post double in red. 2 half double, 1 and 2, and skip a stitch and repeat. 5 single, back loop only, and 2 half double on top of this red front post double and that stitch, and there are 5 stitches between. We skip, go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 22 and black. Start on the first of these 2 half double in the first stitch and start with a standing single, back loop only, and another single in the next stitch. Now we work 5 front post double around these 5 front post double in black. 2, 3, 4 and 5, and skip 5 stitches and repeat. 2 single, back loop only, and 5 front post double. 2, 3, 4 and 5. And go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 23 and wide. Start on the first front post double in black of these 5 front post double group. The first stitch is a standing single, back loop only, and work 4 more single, back loop only, and work 2 front post double, 1 around the first front post half double and 1 around the second front post half double. Skip 2 stitches and repeat. 5 single, back loop only, and 2 front post double. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 24 and black. Start on top of the first wide front post double and work 2 single, back loop only, and the first stitch is a standing single. Work 5 front post double around the black front post double. 4 and 5, and skip 5 stitches and repeat. 2 singles on top of this white front post double and 5 front post double around the 5 front post double in black. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 25 and wide. We start in the first of these 5 front post double. And we work in the front loop only. Very important, front loop only. The first stitch is a standing single and 4 more single, front loop only. A double around the first wide front post double and another double around the second wide front post double. Skip 2 stitches and repeat. 5 single, front loop only, 5 and 2 front post double, and skip 2 stitches and repeat, and go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 26 in black, we work in these black stitches here, and we start behind these 2 white front post double. We work in both loops behind these front post double and start with a standing double in the first stitch and another double in the second. Now we work in these loops, work 2 double and an increase, so 2 double in one stitch in one loop, and 2 double and repeat, 2 double in both loops, 2 double, increase, so 2 double in one loop and 2 double, and go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 27 and wide, start on the first double after these 2 stitches behind these white front post double, so at the first, and work 6 single back loop only, and the first stitch is a standing single. Now we work 2 front post double around these 2 front post double in wide. Now work these stitches 2 tight. Skip 2 stitches and repeat. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and 2 front post double, not too tight, and repeat all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 28 in black, we start at the first front post double in white, work 2 single back loop only, and the first stitch is a standing single, 3 front post double, 1, 2 and 3, increase in this loop, so a double in this loop, and 3 front post double, 1, 2 and 3, and skip these 6 stitches and repeat. 2 single back loop only, 3 front post double, increase in this loop, and 3 front post double. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 29 and wide, start in the first front post double, and we work front loop only. The first stitch is a standing single and work 7 single front loop only. And 7, and 2 front post double around the white front post double, 1 and 2. Skip 2 stitches and repeat. Round 30 in black. Now we work again in the black stitches behind the white stitches. we start behind these two white front post double, and we work in both loops behind these two front post double, and we start with a standing double in the first of these two, and a double in the next in both loops. And now we work in these loops, work 3 double, 1, 2 and 3, and work increase, so 2 double in one loop and 3 double, 1, 2 and 3, and repeat 2 double in both loops, 3 double, increase, 3 double, and repeat all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 31 and wide, starting on top of the first front post double after these two front post double behind the wide front post double here. This is the first stitch. Work 9 single, back loop only, first stitch is a standing stitch. Work 2 front post double together, 1 and 2, and work them together and skip a stitch and repeat. 9 single, back loop only, 8 and 9, and 2 front post double together, 1 and 2. Skip a stitch and go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 32 and dark gray. And now your work is not flat, but after a couple of rounds it would be flat again. Okay, we start with dark gray, and we start in the 2 front post double crochets together with a standing single. Work 4 single, back loop only, 3 and 4, and now we work a 5 half double popcorn in both loops between the increase. So here is the increase, these 2 stitches, and we work in both loops. 5 half double popcorn, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we close the popcorn and chain 1. We skip a stitch and 4 single, 2, 3 and 4, and repeat all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 33 and black. We start on top of this white front post double 2 together, and the gray stitch here and the gray single. We start with a standing single, back loop only, and we work 4 front post double around these 4 stitches, and the first of these 4 is a little bit behind this white front post double 2 together. So 4 front post double around the 4 stitches, and we don't work around these 2 stitches under the popcorn, so we don't work around these stitches. Front post single around the popcorn, and 4 front post double around these 4 front post double, and number 4 is a little bit behind these 4 front post double together in white. And skip all the stitches and repeat. This is the first stitch of the new repeat. Single, 4 front post double, this is number 1, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We don't work at this stitch and around this stitch, so front post single around the popcorn, and 4 front post double. This is the first 1, 2, 3, and the last is a little bit behind. Okay, go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Round 34 and red, start wherever you want with a standing single and work single crochet all the way around, back loop only, and close with a slip stitch in the first standing single. Round 35 and black, start on top of these white front post double, 2 together, and the black and the red single. Start with a standing single, back loop only, work 4 front post half double around these 4 front post double in black, and 4, and we skip the stitch on top of the popcorn and work 4 front post half double around the next 4 front post double in black, and skip all these 9 stitches and repeat. This is the first stitch of the new repeat, single back loop only. Go all the way around and close with a slip stitch in the first standing stitch. Part number 26 is finished. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in part number 27. Bye!